Hi, Leigh Farnell here. Thanks for listening to Leading Your Best Life. Today I'm going to talk to you about a legendary coach, a super legendary coach. A coach that won, I think, 10 years out of 12 years in his career on the national championship, the guy called John Wooden. But it's based on a book a mate of mine has sent me over. I want to share it with you because I'm so inspired. If you're going to be leading your own best life and helping others to lead their best lives, stay tuned. Welcome back. This has come about because a mate of mine, my good mate Robert Menzies, Menno in Sydney, sent me a book called Beyond Winning, The Timeless Wisdom of Great Philosopher Coaches by a guy called Gary M. Walton, forward by Bill Walsh. And it's just a fantastic book. Menno said, I want it back, but you can make notes on it if you want to. And it goes through the mindset and the strategies of incredible legends in coaching, Vince Lombardi, Woody Hayes, John Wooden, who I'm going to talk about today, James Doc Councilman, Jim Councilman, Brutus Hamilton, athletics, Percy Cerutty, Australia's eccentric genius of running. Just fantastic to get inside their heads, and also some of the interesting data and studies, super well researched. But I want to talk today particularly about John Wooden, who I knew about in the past as a superstar in coaching. As they say, he's actually a legend. He won 10 out of 12 years national championships. I'm just going to go John Wooden, Pyramid of Success. By the way, of course, it talks about his Pyramid of Success, which in itself is a fantastic model for providing a framework for coaching, not just kids, but business teams, family teams, sporting teams. He's just an absolute legend. Let me just click on one of these here. Wooden's teams won more often than anybody else, yet he never talked about winning. If you won the game or the contest or the fight, etc., but you didn't do your best, then you're still a loser. But if you did your best, you're automatically a winner no matter what the final score. John Wooden, what a superstar. He says, success is a peace of mind which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. Success is a peace of mind which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. And in his Pyramid of Success, there's 12 lessons there. I'll go through them as well, but he talks about the importance of industriousness, friendship, loyalty, cooperation, enthusiasm, self-control, alertness, initiative, intentness, condition, skill, team spirit, poise, confidence, and then at the top is competitive greatness. And he talks about mortar, which are some other principles. Let's just go through 12 leadership lessons while I'm here. Good values attract good people. Love is the most powerful four-letter word. Call yourself a teacher. Emotion is your enemy. That's a good one. It takes 10 hands to make a basket. Little things make big things happen. Make each day your masterpiece. The carrot is mightier than the stick. Make greatness attainable by all. Seek significant change. Don't look at the scoreboard. Wow, how about that as a coach? Don't look at the scoreboard. Adversity is your asset. Oh boy. Look, you can spend a long time and, of course, study this and you go, what is he talking about? Don't look at the scoreboard, because he's talking about, are we playing our best? Are we in the moment right now? Are we playing our best attack? Are we playing our best defense if I'm in business? Are we having our best meeting? Are we doing our best brainstorming? Are we doing our best cooperation? Are we doing our best customer service? Are we working hard enough? Success travels in the company of very hard work. There is no trick, no easy way. Do the work, which is one of the points we talk about in the Kaizen Mindset program, is the way to be extraordinary is to do the extra. The way to be extraordinary is do the extra. It's just a fantastic piece. And of course, in this book, there's some researchers by the name of Tharp and Gallimore in 1976 did a study studying John Wooden, at work, how he talks to his team. And it goes through 50% of his total communications was instruction, verbal statements about what to do and how to do it. 12.7% was verbal statements to activate or intensify previously instructed behaviour. 2.8% was a demonstration of how to perform. 1.6% was a demonstration of how not to perform. 6.9% were verbal compliments, encouragement. 6.6% verbal statements of displeasure, scold, 6.6%. 1.2% non-verbal compliments or encouragements, smiles, pats, jokes. Non-verbal punishment, trace, almost not measurable. This infrequent category included only scowls, gestures of despair, and temporary removal of a player from a scrimmage, usually to shoot 3 free throws by himself. Trace, it was not even 1%. Scold or re-instruction, 8%. A combination category, a single verbal behaviour which refers to a specific act, contains a clear scold and reasserts a previously instructed behaviour, e.g., how many times do I have to tell you to follow through with your head when shooting? In other words, he's still giving a positive instruction of what to do as distinct from, you idiot, or in what universe does that pass ever going to work? You know, did you ever learn? Don't you ever listen to me? No, none of that stuff is there. It's an instruction of lift higher, drop the ball, or, you know, whatever the particular instruction happens to be. Other, 2.4% were other, any behaviour not falling into the above categories, and uncodable, a behaviour that could not clearly be seen or heard, 6.6%. So did it say there 20% was scold, 20% was demeaning, 15% was putting players down or calling people names or abusing or swearing? No, none of that was there, because that's not the way Wooden worked. It really is fantastic that the fact that they did this study, where is it? Although Wooden's teaching and coaching transcended the formal practices, he notes in his autobiography, my talks with the players usually take place right on the floor during practice. I'm not a believer in meetings or so-called chalk talks or blackboard drills. And it goes on. It's a fantastic book. What is here? After the warm-up, practice begins with conditioning drills. Wooden continually shouts instructions, the first category in the table, in other words, what he wants, on the fundamentals of movement, dribbling and defence. Instructions constitute half, 50.3%, of his total teaching acts, and even this statistic does not adequately reflect the heavy freight of information Wooden communicates. Look, I highly recommend you study. If you want to get into coaching, it's well worth studying this. Years after the Tharp and Gallimore study, a Sports Illustrated article, Wolf, 1989, would emphasise Wooden's teaching methods. Wooden taught, and I'm quoting, Wooden taught basketball according to the simplest pedagogy principles. He used what he calls the whole part method. Show the whole, then break it down. Just like passing a sentence or solving a maths problem, he followed his 4 laws of learning: explanation, demonstration, correction, and repetition. Now hear about this. Explanation, demonstration, correction, and repetition. Explanation, demonstration, correction, and repetition. For 16 years, there was talk of new gym, and when UCLA finally opened Pauley Pavilion in 1965, Wooden made sure he didn't just get an arena, but a classroom with bleachers that roll back. I mean, it goes on. It's so fantastic, selflessness and team unity. There are so many great quotes of Wooden's, you know, everything from things turn out best for the people who make the best of the way things turn out. Never mistake activity for accomplishment. Adversity is the state in which man mostly becomes acquainted with himself, being especially free of admirers then. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, but while your reputation is merely what others think you are. Be prepared and be honest. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can't let praise or criticism get to you. It's a weakness to get caught up in the other one. I could go on and on about John Wooden. I have actually done a song about him, but I just want to let you know here, if you look at his Wikipedia, John Robert Wooden, October 14, 1910, born and then died, 100 years later, June 4th, 2010. What a guy, what a human being. An American basketball coach and player nicknamed the Wizard of Westwood. He won, listen to this, 10 National Collegiate Athletic Association, NCAA, 10 national championships in a 12-year period as the head coach for the UCLA Bruins, including a record 7 national championships in a row. No other team had ever won more than 4 in a row, and he went on to win 7. Within this period, his teams won an NCAA men's basketball record 88 consecutive games. Wooden won the prestigious Henry Iber Award as National Coach of the Year for a record 7 times and won the Associated Press Award 5 times. I mean, doesn't this tell you so much about his process, how he used his pyramid of success to not just build winning teams, but clearly great human beings, or human beings that certainly worked well, great, to perform at their best. Literally to say, don't look at the scoreboard. Just ask yourself, are we playing at our best yet? Are we doing the things that are in our pyramid of success? Look, I'm so inspired. Are you inspired? How can you use Wooden's pyramid of success? How can you use values and get people focusing on process and teamwork so that the score takes care of itself? Have a listen to this song that I put together, and you want this to be happening in your business so that you have pyramids of success, incredible teamwork, particularly in sales and leadership teams, building winning cultures where the scoreboard takes care of itself because you have the principles and the values in place. Then apply for a coaching session or a coaching program with CZ6 Business Growth Coaching. We have the science, we have the tools, we have the 40-year experience, we've won the awards, we've got the results on the board. Let's take the best of the best and plug it in to your business, your life, so that you can have the best possible business and the best possible life that you are capable of. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. Have a listen to this song I've created about the great John Wooden and then see how it can apply to you. I'll see you next time. I'm Leigh Farnell.
He never talked to winning, never chased the fame, but his teams lit the fire and they changed the game. 10 banners hanging, but he'd always say, it's giving your best that will show you the way. Not the score, not the crowd, not the glory above, but the work and the trust and the game played with love. It's giving your best that will show you the way. Not the score, not the crowd, not the glory above, but the work and the trust and the game played with love. Build your life like a pyramid, brick by brick. Hard work and hard, that's the magic trick. Friendship and loyalty, spirit that won't rest. If you've done your very best, you've already passed the test. It's not about winning, but how you give your all. Stand tall, be true, and you'll never fall. If you've done your very best, you've already passed the test. It's not about winning, but how you give your all. Stand tall, be true, and you'll never fall. Industrious hands and a fire in your soul. Enthusiasm lifts you and makes the dream whole. With self-control steady and eyes wide awake, each moment, each choice that you make. Initiative calls, don't wait, take the shot. Intentness will carry you through what you're not. With self-control steady and eyes wide awake, alert to each moment, each choice that you make. Initiative calls, don't wait, take the shot. Intentness will carry you through what you're not. Build your life like a pyramid, brick by brick. Hard work and heart, that's the magic trick. Friendship and loyalty, spirit that won't rest. If you've done your very best, you've already passed the test. It's not about winning, but how you give your all. Stand tall, be true, and you'll never fall. If you've done your very best, you've already passed the test. It's not about winning, but how you give your all. Stand tall, be true, and you'll never fall. Make each day your masterpiece, the coach would say. Success is peace of mind you find along the way. It's knowing deep inside when the game is through, you became the best that you're capable to. Not chasing applause, not fear of defeat, but the quiet pride of a job complete. It's knowing deep inside when the game is through, you became the best that you're capable to. Not chasing applause, not fear of defeat, but the quiet pride of a job complete. Condition your mind, your body, your heart. Skill is the art where mastery starts. Team spirit's the soul. We all rise as one when the battle gets tough. That's where greatness is won. Poise under pressure and confidence deep. Competitive greatness, that's the climb you keep when the battle gets tough. That's where greatness is won. Poise under pressure and confidence deep. Competitive greatness, that's the climb you keep. Build your life like a pyramid, brick by brick. With faith and with grit, you'll make each moment stick. It's not about trophies, but the life that you live, the lessons you learn, the love that you give. Coach Wooden knew the truth, and he taught it well. Your best is the story that only you can tell. Coach Wooden knew the truth, and he taught it well. Your best is the story that only you can tell. So here's to the coach who showed us the way, that the score means nothing if your heart didn't play. Live with courage, with kindness, with success in your chest.